I'm blown away. I'm blown away, Jason. It's a lovely, lovely pick. Any nice comments? Please give it a thumbs up. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe. Otherwise, I'm going to come and find you all. Because 50% of the viewers, 51% of people that view my channel are not subscribers. What's that about? So yeah, please subscribe. In all fairness, this is a little bit stiff to open, but the door is really scraping really bad on the door. So it's actually, God blimey, you've got to slam it to shut it. That is a fight, but yeah, the lock is a little bit sticky as well, so I'll put some spray in that and see if I can get this working a little bit better. But you'll have to come back at some point and look at what's going on with the door and try and plane up the bottom and possibly the edge, so it probably mean taking the door off. Right, there we go. So I've given all that a good lube and it's working much better now. I've also lubricated the lock inside, so all in there, and I've lubricated that as well.
We go about the lock.
Yeah, just doing a quick video, and then so that's shut, but that's working much nicer both ways. Yeah, so it just needs someone to come and plane that, because it's ridiculously hard to pull the door. Right, I've got Jason Hilliers Ingersoll lock pick through the post. Comes in this really nice little case. I must say, it's a really nice tool. It's a lot thicker. It feels a lot more sturdier than your normal kind of Lishy style picks. And I guess that's because with these, they take a bit more, they can take a bit more tension. But it's a lovely looking pick. You've probably seen all these before, because there's already quite a few videos out there. But yeah, really lovely pick. I love the way that you can't slide off of the levers in there, 10 levers. You can't slide off of them because, you know, this little bit on the picking arm there slots in to where the levers are. So it's perfect. Really good design. You get the arm that attaches, so you can put it in 4 positions. That one on the back there, underneath, or in front of you there. So you've got 4 positions that you can choose from. You've got the numbers to decode it on both sides. I'm blown away. I'm blown away, Jason. It's a lovely, lovely pick. I watched a video that Gav done the other day, and it was before I actually had a chance to have a go on mine. And really helped me out, because I've picked this about 5 or 6 times now. On lever 2, doesn't need picking. You can actually hear it tapping. It's obviously a position 4, lever height 4. So it just taps. So yeah, that was useful to know. So thank you, Gav, for that. Also, Gav also mentioned that this one, which is a Chinese kind of version of the Ingersoll now, really graunchy. It just does not feel nice, and I've not been able to pick this. All the levers are springy, but I struggle getting to the back. To be fair, I've practiced less on this than I have on that, because that's just lovely to pick, because it's an original Ingersoll. But this one is just not very nice. Yeah, I'm struggling to get to the back. You know, when I put tension on, and I mean, I will do it. But yeah, I'm enjoying doing this one at the moment, so I'm going to stick to this one. But yeah, I mean, no more holes, no more having to drill a hole to use your bypass tool if there's no letterbox. We've got a dedicated tool now, the world's first dedicated Ingersoll tool. Jason Hillier, you are a legend, my man. They are easier to pick clockwise, but that would be the wrong direction at a door. It doesn't matter if the lock's on the left or the right. If you pick this clockwise, you're actually going to double lock the door. So if you pick it clockwise, you can plug spin these. So pick it clockwise and then plug spin it to get the door open. But let's give this a little go now whilst we're on camera. I'll move that to there so you can kind of see what I'm doing, hopefully. But yeah, quite a bit of tension. Might take 5 to 10 minutes to do it, but let's see how we get on. All right, one's bouncing, 2 up the top. I know I've got to leave. I don't know if you can hear that. My dog weren't running around. My dog's got a cone on its head at the moment. He had the old snip yesterday. He's not a happy bunny. Right, 2. I mean, there's not a lot of, it's not actually binding at the moment anyway, but yeah, it's a little tap. That's what you're listening for. So 2 going down, little click. Now it's bouncing. 3, bouncing. 4. Nice click, now it's bouncing. 4 upstairs, sorry, that was 3. Sorry, I can't even see. So 4 up, bouncing, 4 down, stiff. Little click, still not bouncing though. Now it is. 5, bouncing, 5 down, stiff. Little click. Another little click. And there we go. Now it's bouncing. So all the way back to 1. Now it's picked. One down's now tight. A little bounce there. So 2. There you go. That's that little click you're listening for. So 2 down, stiff. It's now bouncing. 3 up. 3 down, little click on that. 4 up. 4 down, little click on that. 5 up, bouncing. 5 down, tiny little click. Back to 1. Now it's quite easy to drop some of the levers, so you just have to keep working your way back through, to and fro the lock. Now, a tiny little click and a tiny bit of movement on the core then, and I'll just hit number 5 down here. 1 again. And again. 2's tapping. 5's a little bit stiff up here now. There we go. A bit of bounce there now. 1. Have a little click. Tiny bit of movement. 2, tap in. 3. 3's binding quite a lot. Yeah, let's leave that alone. 4's binding up here. Oh, there we go, got it. So yeah, like I say, it's a lovely lock to pick. One that, you know, not many locksmiths would actually attempt doing it by hand. But now we've got this. So congratulations, Jason. Oh, and by the way, once it's picked, look, that's horizontal there, you can actually remove the pick. So like I say, you could pick it to there, remove the pick, put your plug spinner in to open it up the right way. And like I say, it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if the lock is on the left or the right. They have to be, to open them is anti-clockwise, but it's easier to open them clockwise, so you plug spin it. But yeah, Jason, congratulations, mate. It is a fantastic a fantastic bit of kit, and we do see some of these in Brighton and Hove. I know there's a lot of them in London, but do see them in Brighton and Hove. In fact, there's a block of flats that I do work for, and they've all got Ingersolls, but they have got letterboxes. I have a key that I'm going to keep in my case in here, because if I do come across one of these ones that hasn't got the name above, I want to use the key to actually, I'm going to flood it with GT85 and then just, you know, this isn't the right key for this one, it's the right key for that one. Yeah, I want to flood it with some GT85, and then hopefully that might make it a little bit nicer to try and pick. But yeah, I'll have a go at this, but not on camera. I'm not going to embarrass myself. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Jason, top man. If you want to go in, get yourself warm. Right guys, I've been asked about, probably about 4 or 5 times in the last month to do a little excuse me, do a little video about my locksmith journey, how I started it. So I've been a locksmith for 8 years, it'll be 8 years this year, since I've done my locksmith course. But prior to that, I was a carpenter. Been a carpenter for 33 years, literally out of school. I did an apprenticeship with my ex-father-in-law, worked with him for just over 10 years, but doing building as well. So I was doing done my carpentry apprenticeship, but I was doing everything really. I was a plasterer, a tiler, floor layer. I literally done everything. So then I moved on and I started my own business with my ex-business partner Wayne, and we started a kitchen fitting company, which I loved. Kitchen fitting and bedrooms was the thing that I enjoyed most. So we did that for a while, but that kind of naturally developed back into another building company, because customers who wants a kitchen, they often want to knock through, or they want, you know, doors moved, windows made bigger, stuff like that. So it kind of become a building company again. And then I realised that I wasn't enjoying it again because we'd just gone back to the building. So then I went on my own and just done carpentry. Went back to doing kitchens and mainly kitchens and bedrooms. And then yeah, I think the locksmith income, I've always had a bit of an interest in it. Obviously being a carpenter, hanging doors, I used to enjoy hanging doors and fitting the locks and stuff like that. So that's where it come from, was just kind of fitting locks and seeing different types of locks. And then it just got me thinking, oh, I wonder how they work and stuff like that. And yeah, that's basically it. I kind of got a little bit interested in the thought of becoming a locksmith. And then back in 2016, I went and done a course with Matrix Locksmiths in Essex, Kent, Essex, which I loved. Went up there for a week. I went up there for 7 days actually. I did a 5-day locksmith course, and then 2 days lock fitting, which I kind of didn't really need to do. I kind of knew all about that sort of side, but it was good to fit different types of locks. So I even learnt stuff, and then I learned how to use the Selber jig, which I wouldn't know how to use, stuff like that. So it's worth doing the extra 2 days. And that was it. I was locksmithing part-time, still running my carpentry company, and then if jobs were coming in, I was trying to book them in after wasn't really able to do many lockouts because, you know, I could be all set up in someone's kitchen, and then I would have felt bad kind of just dropping everything and saying, oh, I've got to go and do another job. So I didn't do that. I'd only really do jobs either on my way to the job or on my way home, and at weekends. I remember my first ever locksmith job, and it was a lockout actually, and it was on my way home, and it was basically a slip on a wooden door, just a night latch, but it was so tight, and they had a pebble dash wall, the reveal, and my knuckles got completely cut, and I actually left blood on the wall where I was trying to gain access to the door with you know, slipping it, and I did it, but blimey, yeah, I'm never going to forget that first job. And then yeah, and when COVID hit, I lost 3 or 4 months work of carpentry. I used to do a lot of work for a pub in Brighton called the Walrus, big pub. I built all their seating booths and all that sort of stuff, and I was always doing alterations down there, always trying to improve it. And I had 2 months booked down there, and I had 2 months of my own work booked, and COVID, obviously during COVID I just lost it all. Thankfully I had the locksmith in to fall back on, which obviously wasn't very busy at all, but it was still something. So I still had little bits and pieces coming in, and then I made that decision that after lockdown I weren't going to go back to the carpentry, and it was the best decision I ever made. I'd wanted to do it years and years and years ago, but just didn't have the balls to take the plunge, because I was so used to having 3 or 4 months work booked in advance. Sometimes 6 months. I was booked up for 6 months in advance, and to have that security was massive for me. Whereas now I don't know. I literally don't have a job booked in for the rest of the week. I've got 4 jobs on today, but yeah, nothing booked for the rest of the week. So, but that's what it's like. I've changed my mindset. I've understood that that's what it's like, and that's what it is. So yeah, that's kind of my journey. Like I said, I've been locksmithing for 8 years this year, and yeah, I absolutely love it. I see it as a hobby as well. You know, I still sit there, do it in my training room now, not on my dining room table, but I used to sit there on my dining room table, picking locks in the evening. Now if I've got spare time in the day, I'll go in my training room and I'll pick locks and keep practicing, keep learning, and yeah, I love it. So I hope those, there was 4 or 5, I'm pretty sure, 5 or 6, can't remember, within the last month, so that have all sort of asked about, you know, my locksmith journey and when I started and all that sort of stuff. So thought I'd just do that for you. One thing I would say, I'm not saying that every training centre's the same, because they're not, but if they offer you tools, try and get a comparison from suppliers if you can. It's difficult because a lot of suppliers won't open you an account until you've become a locksmith, but from experience, the course that I did, I probably paid double. I spent £2,500 on the course and £2,500 on tools, and that wasn't for everything. That was just the basic stuff that I was going to need, and I probably spent double the amount on tools than I needed to, because of the, you know, the prices that he was selling it at. So, which is fair enough. It's his business. I didn't know any different as well. So yeah, just try and be careful. Try and do a little bit of homework on the tools you're going to need before you actually, you know, commit to buying from the training centre. Speaking of training, quickly, I've decided to give up my 5 and 7 day locksmith course for beginners. I've realised I'm not very good in one place for that amount of time. So I'm still going to offer my 3 and 5 day shadowing courses, because that means we're getting out doing jobs, and then when there's no jobs, we're going back to the training room then. So I'm still offering them. I'm still offering my 1 day timber door and frame making good course, and I'm still offering my 2-day lock fitting course, night latches and deadlocks. So I'm still offering all of that. I'm just not offering the 5 and 7 day locksmith course for beginners. For me, I just don't like being in the training room all day, every day for that amount of time. So yeah, I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to let these other guys. There's enough training centres up and down the country that are good. You know, the ones that spring to mind for me would be Seth's course up in Blackburn. Danny Gardner does a 2-day course down in Horsham, an introductory course. And Dave Mitchell up in Liverpool, I think he is. I've heard good things about his course as well. So yeah, if you're looking to do a course, maybe contact one of those guys. If you're watching this and you was hoping to come and do a course with myself, unfortunately I've got a couple of guys booked in, but after that I'm not offering it again. So yeah, that's it. But if you want to do a shadowing course, hit me up, baby. 3 and 5 day courses I offer. Like I say, we can we go out, do any jobs that come in, and then when there's no jobs, we go back to my training room and we can do anything that you want, you know, to practice. I've got two door setups. We've got bench. We can do bench work, UPVC, anything you want. Right, that's it for this video, guys. Sorry there wasn't too many jobs, but I just thought otherwise there weren't going to be a video at all this week, but I thought I would help the guys out that just wanted to know about my locksmith journey. I wanted to showcase Jason's tool because it's amazing. And yeah, that's it. If you've anything nice to say, any nice comments, as always, down in the description, no, in the comments bit below, in the description, I will put the link to Jason Hilliers' Ingersoll tool, which is being sold by Mark Grainger of ALS Locksmiths. So I'll put the link down in the description. If you want to go and buy it, head over there. I believe they're the only place that's selling it, actually. So yeah, description's down there. Any nice comments, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe. Otherwise I'm going to come and find you all, because 50% of the viewers, 51% of people that view my channel are not subscribers. What's that about? So yeah, please subscribe and have a good week. See you next time.